Ariana Grande is struggling, and it's not just about one movie, one boyfriend, or one tabloid headline.
How do you deal with that?
My goodness. Yeah. I'm not gonna. It's okay. It's okay. It's a good question.
You can feel it. The body scrutiny, the relationship drama, the child star baggage. It's all colliding in real time, and fans are watching a girl who never really got to grow up in private try to hold everything together in public. Today, we're breaking down the identity crisis of Ariana, the pressure from Wicked, the Ethan Slater mess, and the deeper trauma underneath it all. Let's start with the one thing Ariana herself keeps begging people to stop talking about: her body. Recently, she reshared an older interview clip on her Instagram story.
There's a comfortability that people have commenting on that I think is really dangerous.
Yeah.
And I think it's dangerous for all parties involved.
In it, she talks about how comfortable people have become commenting on other people's bodies, judging their health, speculating on their weight, and treating celebrities like lab samples. Her words were calm, but the pain behind them was obvious. Her message is simple for everyone involved.
And I love that you called them sheep.
Thank you.
Yeah. Don't be sheep.
They are. Don't be sheep.
Everyone, that's the message of Wicked.
Yeah.
Don't be sheep.
Don't be sheep.
She said she's been a specimen in a petri dish since she was 16 or 17.
Been, a specimen in a petri dish really since I was 16 or 17, you know. So I have heard it all. I've heard every version of it, of what's wrong with me.
Think about that. Most of us were in high school trying to survive math class. She was on Nickelodeon, then on stages, then in arenas, while millions of strangers picked apart her face, her hair, her clothes, her body. Then she dropped one fundamental truth. The body that people used to call healthy was actually her at her worst. She admitted it.
The body that you've been comparing my current body to was the unhealthiest version of my body. I was on a lot of antidepressants and drinking on them and eating poorly and at the lowest point of my life.
How dark is that? The version of Ariana fans romanticize as peak Ariana was actually the most depressed and unhealthy she's ever been. Now fast forward to the Wicked promo.
I'm a public figure now. People expect me to fly. Be encouraging.
Photos and clips come out. People comment that she looks too thin, skinny, and sickly. Comparisons to Karen Carpenter starts popping up. Some fans say they're concerned, not cruel. Others go way past concern and start body shaming, accusing and diagnosing. Here, Ariana just breaks the wall for a second and reposts that old video. It's her way of saying, I already told you this. You didn't listen. It's also important to remember Ariana has said she's been vegan since 2013. That's over a decade. She's not new to restricted diets, but we all know vegan doesn't automatically equal healthy. You can still live off fries, donuts, and stress. People forget that because they only see the finished image, not the emotional tornado behind it. Similarly, Wicked is a massive high-stakes project. $400 million on the film, 2 parts, years of filming, constant promotion, endless press. On top of that, Ariana is playing Glinda, a character that's supposed to be light, magical, and perfect. The pressure to fit that image visually had to be insane. Fans noticed something else too. Ariana seems to have become Glinda. Even the way she speaks in interviews has shifted. Very soft, breathy, almost like she's still in character. She talks about Glinda as if she's talking about herself in third person. She describes Glinda's facade, her suffering underneath, and how each traumatic event propels her into a higher consciousness. Or is she low-key describing Ariana Grande? Because behind Glinda's pink gowns and high notes is a real woman whose life has been one long performance. Let's go back to where this all started. Nickelodeon, Dan Schneider, Victorious, Sam and Cat. Ariana has been working since she was a teenager in an environment we now know was deeply problematic for many kids. Child stars often miss key stages of emotional development. They don't get to form their identity naturally. Instead, they shapeshift into whatever gets applause. Psychologists call it identity diffusion. You don't know who you are, so you grab onto personas that seem to work. In Ariana's case, Cat Valentine, then the high ponytail pop diva, then the baby-voiced Instagram star, then Glinda the Good. It's not fake, it's survival. You can literally see this in her relationships too. From Mac Miller to Pete Davidson, Dalton Gomez, and now Ethan Slater, there's a pattern of intense, whirlwind attachments and major life shifts every time. Now, there's a new boyfriend, a new aesthetic, a new project, and a new personality layer. This brings us to the Ethan Slater situation. When the Wicked romance story first broke, it was messy. Ethan had been married to his high school sweetheart, Lily J. They share a child. Lily claimed the breakup blindsided her. The story that reached the public was Ariana, fresh off her own split, gets with her co-star who's still in the process of divorcing his wife. You don't have to be a hater to think, yikes. Now the narrative has shifted again. Reports say that Ethan is making Ariana's life miserable after their alleged split. Sources claim the studio is pressuring them not to officially break up until after the Wicked cycle is done, because they don't want the movie overshadowed by a breakup scandal.
It's hard to protect yourself from that noise, and I think it's something that is uncomfortable no matter what scale you're experiencing it on.
Let's ask you, do you see Ariana as someone falling apart? Or someone finally trying to claw back who she actually is underneath all the roles, all the styling, all the expectations? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this debate is wild. If you're enjoying the breakdown so far, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who still believes Hollywood is fine. Let's get back to the madness. Ariana Grande, her personal life, her heartbreak, confusion, or regret, whatever she's actually feeling is being managed according to a film's marketing calendar. Think about what that means.
You never know what someone is going through. You never know. So be gentle with each other.
Post-Wicked, Ariana has already hinted that she wants to scale back. She's announced a short, very selective tour. Tickets are insanely expensive and limited. Fans are fighting over seats online, and many are calling it what it feels like, a farewell tour. Not farewell to Ariana the person, but maybe farewell to Ariana the touring pop star. Because if you look at her choices, she seems done with the endless cycle of album, tour, promo, repeat. She wants to step into the movie star lane. And honestly, who can blame her? Hollywood may be crumbling financially, but for an A-list singer, crossing over into acting can mean less touring, more control over schedules, and fewer nights crying in dressing rooms after a show. But this shift also brings a new kind of judgment. Before, Ariana was mainly judged as a singer, vocals, lyrics, and performances. Now, people feel entitled to critique her as an actress, a leading lady, a physical image, and a brand.
Even if you go to Thanksgiving dinner and someone's granny says, "Oh my God, you look skinnier, what happened?" Or "You look heavier, what happened?" It's like, that is something that is uncomfortable and horrible.
Is that fair? Maybe not. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know her medical situation, her mental state, her private choices. But it shows how much public trust Hollywood has already lost. Fans no longer assume that someone on screen is safe, supported, and protected. They assume the opposite. Here comes the messy divorce of Ethan Slater, the tension of being tied to a man who still shares a child with his ex, the pressure to not ruin the movie by breaking up too soon, and the constant side-eye from the general public. And you've got a recipe for emotional exhaustion.
Because no one has the right to say shit.
Amen. Yeah, amen.
Remember, Ariana is someone who never really got a chance to experiment and fail in private. Every haircut, every boyfriend, every outfit change, every tattoo, every accent, every voice shift has been watched in HD by millions. Her coping mechanism has always been control. Control of how she looks, how she sounds, how she behaves on camera. No wonder she looks tired. Right now, it feels like all the roles, all the expectations, all the traumas are catching up with her. There's an identity crisis, relationship pressure, child star scars. They're all on the table. Do you think she'll actually step back after Wicked? Do you see her reinventing herself completely or finally settling into a version of herself that feels real and stable? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, because honestly, this story is not over yet. Until next time.